Good afternoon, everyone. I've got this Dyson DC01 Standard here, which I've had for about 5 years now. And ever since I got it, it's been horribly faded. It's missing its mud guards. That right there is the colour it should be. And yeah, here's another example there, look. Don't know if you can quite see it. Yeah, it's gone a horrible green colour. And I'm going to rebuild this DC01 because, yeah, it's also some of the grill has snapped off, and sometimes dirt leaks into the filter as well. As you can see here, that's the colour it should be versus the colour it is now, which is not very good. Not very good at all. Yeah. Apart from the Cyclone, which has faded, but it's not as bad. Yeah, look, the Cyclone looks way better than this, because whoever had this DC01 last did not take care of it, and this DC01 has been like this since I've bought it, so it's very faded and horrible. And the wheels are so bad that that's beginning to wear through the wheel. Well, it already has. There's cracks here, look, and it's just very faded. It's a shame because this sticker's quite nice, and this will be replaced, unfortunately. Might see if I can get that off and keep it for another DC01 I might get at some point. The only tool it has is its crevice tool. It doesn't have any other tools, so I've bought a bunch of parts for this thing. So I will be refurbishing it at some point. And also, the wand is completely snapped as well, which is a shame. So yeah, and that sticker's completely ruined too, so that whole one can go really, for all I care. As you can see, yeah, the Cyclone is hardly faded compared to the rest of the body. So yeah, the Cyclone will not be scrap, but the rest of this will be scrap. However, the cable, thankfully the cable's fine, the plug's fine, hose is fine. Yeah, there's nothing really the matter with this. It works just fine really. It's just that it could look better. And the brush bar is also fine. It's got a patterned sole plate, which these are actually kind of alright. Unfortunately, I've lost the rubbery thing for that, which gives it tension as it adjusts the carpets. So basically, I will be getting a new one of those as well. And yeah, you can see here, look, just another example of the fading here, look. This has gone a horrible green colour. The camera doesn't pick it up as well as my eyes do, unfortunately. But yeah, this is yeah, that's beginning to, I don't know if that's meant to be, yeah, that's beginning to snap. Everything's breaking on this, because unfortunately older Dysons used ABS plastic, which breaks very easily, which is quite a shame. But anyways, it don't matter because I'm getting everything replaced on this, including the cleaner head as well, because yeah, look, you can see the colour it used to be here and the colour it is now. It's gone horrible. You can see the tan line here, look. That's literally like a tan line. This DC01 is completely tanned, if that's how you can put it. But at least it works. I mean, it's got all its filters. Yeah. One thing I don't like about DC01s is that you press the bin down, dirt and dust goes everywhere. Although, despite that, DC01 is still my favourite Dyson model. Yeah, it has got a filter, which is getting a bit dirty now, but that's not too bad. I've seen far worse than that. Yeah, again, there's the colour it used to be versus what it is now. Not good. Yeah. This is a 1998 DC01. It's an Amatec DC01. So yeah, I'm just gonna empty the bin so I can just show you how well it picks up. Really, it does quite a good job at picking stuff up, which is surprising because DC01s don't have the best suction in the world. But despite that, they still do quite a decent job at cleaning. Although they don't deep clean as well as like better vacuums clean, because the brush bar isn't amazing on these either, because Amatec DC01s, their brush bar spins slower because Amatec motors spin slightly slower than the YDK ones do. See, let me just show you the ratings plate. Here's the ratings plate here, look. Yep, it was made on the 5th of January 1998. Made in Malmesbury, as Dyson's did used to be. They used to be made in Malmesbury, UK. Even before that, the DA001 used to be made in Chippenham, UK, until they moved to Malmesbury and then moved to Malaysia because it's cheaper to manufacture over there. The bin's a bit scuffed on here. I might get that replaced as well. Because yeah, I mean, just look at that. It's not great, is it? You know. So yeah. Yes, let's plug it in, shall we? Let's just see how it works. This is before the rebuild. Why is my camera not focusing? And yeah, it's a horrible colour. It's poor DC01. They all suffer from this. This poor DC01 suffered from it more than most have. Let me just spread this dirt out more. I don't want to stress it out too much. Let me just, yeah, it's all hair. Hoover up that with the hose, I think. That bit's going to be for the hose. I don't want all that getting wrapped around the brush bar. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, let's see how well this thing picks up. And I've got to say, this is a new cyclone I found just before I picked this up. And the stickers are absolutely mint on this. There you go. You can. Whoever had this DC01 must have stored it away often and kept it very nice. It's a shame because this is the only good bit on the DC01. This is the only unfaded bit. Yeah, on this side it's slightly faded, but on this side it's brand new, really. Yeah, you can see where it begins to like transition. But I'm not too fussed about that. That's fine. Considering this thing's 25 years old, pretty much. I think it's very good because it's got this. Hasn't got the same motor. I put the motor inside the DC01 Distill, which I made a video of, because the fans went on that. Because on DC01 Distills, the fans tend to, you know, the HEPA filter strains the motor out and the fans begin to, you know, go bad. Let me just close this door real quick. I don't know why that won't move out of the way, but it's out of the way now, so. Without further ado, sorry for the rambling. Let's give this thing a little test. Yeah, it cleans alright. My DC01 Distill cleans better than this one does though. One pass it would have cleaned all that up immediately. And yeah, as you can see, DC01s, there's a reason why DC04s had the little baffles inside the shroud, those little things that stick out. Because on DC01s this would happen. It would all get stuck up there and clog the shroud up. And thankfully nothing ended up on the filter despite all that. It's funny that DC01s have Even DC01s have better filtration than literally any other bagless vacuum of today. Which is quite funny because this technology is all the way back from the early 90s. Yeah, I'm just glad that filter's alright, because usually that gets clogged up sometimes, probably because air leaks and all that, because this thing's completely cracked up in some places. Yeah, it didn't do a bad job really. It picked it all up, it left a nice clean carpet. I imagine after the rebuild it will probably be much better, perform much better. Actually, it's left a bit over here, let me just... In fact, there's some crumbs over here as well. I could use this DC01 to pick up. Let me just move all that rubbish out of the way. Right. So yeah, stuff coming out the clean head now. Because DC01s have a pretty weak suction. They struggle with heavier objects like nails and all that. Yeah, there we go, it's all cleaned up now. The motor is still going. Bought this motor refurbished on eBay in 2018, I think. So yeah, that's about it really. And also this little clip here is broken, this little yellow clip, so it does come off sometimes. This DC01's just, for some people, this would just be a breaker's machine really. But I want to rebuild this machine to its former glory. I'm going to try and get literally every part I can find to make this thing look much better than it currently does. It's probably going to be a completely different machine except the cyclone really, because literally everything, the wheels, upper motor housing, lower motor housing, chassis, wand, it's all just completely faded. Clean the head as well, don't forget that. It's all completely faded. So this is the motor inside this thing, and the cyclone will be in a completely different shell. So all this will probably go in the bin because sadly you can't unfade Dyson DC01s, or any Dyson for that matter. It's a big shame, because yeah, once they end up like this, that's it for them really. That's how they're going to be until they eventually just break. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, because yeah, this is just a before video, because this DC01 is going to be refurbished completely. And I don't mean just a clean out, it's going to have loads of parts replaced. And it's going to have new tools as well. It's going to have genuine DC01 tools with the small dusting brush and the original DC01 upholstery tool as well. So yeah, that's about it really. And I and this DC01 here will see you in another video. Goodbye.